there everyone, my name is Lauren Kensley and I'm a professional freelance costume designer and technician. I am starting a YouTube channel because I wanted to be able to share my projects with some more people, and I'm not quite sure what it looks like yet, if it's going to just be my own personal projects or also some element of teaching. So if you happen to stumble across this video, I would love to hear what people would like to see. Today's video is going to be a quick overview of my sewing room, what supplies I have, and things like that. And then after that, we'll start getting into some of the projects that I'm working on. Okay, so here's an overview of the room. This is my parents' guest room, so just know that that's what I'm working with. Over here, I have my ironing station. So I have my tailor's ham to iron like darts and things like that. I have a sleeve board. That's for things, you know, sleeves, pant legs, things that don't really fit over the big ironing board. And then of course my iron. This was a gift from someone and it's worked out really well. I love my iron. So it has an automatic off, which is really important in case you ever forget to turn it off or pick it up or anything like that so it doesn't burn anything, and then the different fabric settings. I also of course have a pressing cloth for if I'm pressing something sticky or kind of a fussy fabric. Next up is my current project on my dress form. So this is actually an adjustable dress form. So it has these dials all the way around it that you can use to make it different sizes. So it's set pretty closely to my size right now, although it's a little hard to change. And I'm working on this 1940s bolero and skirt set that I'll make a blouse to go with eventually. It's almost done. Back behind that, we have my rulers and my cutting mat. So I like the OmniGrids for straight lines. They are technically quilting rulers, but they work great. And then I have this reverser rule, which was also a gift. It has yellow on one side and black on the other. So depending on what color of your fabric is, you can still see the lines. Then I have this pegboard right here. I just got this from IKEA and I'm really excited about it. So up here, I just have the pattern of what I'm currently working on. So I have the instructions in this clip and a sample of my fabric for the project so that I can test stitches on it. I have 2 pairs of cloth scissors because I tend to pick them up and forget where I've set them down, and a pair of pinking shears. This thing actually, it suctions onto the rulers so you can pick them up and move them without trying to like wrestle them off the fabric. I have a pair of little snips. These are Gingers and they're amazing. I'm actually trying to get a pair of Ginger cloth scissors for actually doing my cutting. And then this little cup right here is the things that I don't use super commonly. So it's my sewing machine oil. I have fray check in here. I have craft scissors, marking tools and things that I don't use that often. This cup, because I'm right-handed, it's right next to my sewing machine, so I can just reach over. This is the tools that I use pretty much every time that I sew. So in the bottom, we have, there's a pack of sewing machine needles in there, and then all of the different feet that I have for my sewing machine. I don't know what this is called, but I use this a lot. This is literally called the purple thing, and I use that a ton. My seam gauge, of course, for turning hems and such things. This is my preferred marking tool. It's a white chalk mechanical pencil. I have an ergonomic seam ripper because we don't want carpal tunnel. And I also have this marking tool, which is one end is a blue marker, which washes off with water, and the other end is purple, and it just is disappearing ink, so it just goes away after a certain amount of time. As you can see here, water soluble and disappearing. So that's also a really great tool to have. And then on this bottom tray here, this is a little thing that someone made for me. It's a hedgehog, but it has my hand sewing needles in it. And then I also have one of every neutral color of thread down here that I have. So white, gray, black, cream, and navy blue. That'll get you pretty much covered except for top stitching on specialty fabrics. And then I have these fun little pins that are shapes. There's like a thimble, a spool of thread, and a button. And then my glass head pins so I can iron over these and not worry about melting them. I have a chapstick because self-care is important. And then in this little case, it's actually a jewelry box from Target, but I'm using it to keep my snaps, hooks and eyes, and hooks and bars. So all my fasteners are in there, so they're not just floating loose. And then I have my regular pins. I just bought myself some new ones, so they're nice and straight and beautiful and usable is the most important thing. It's a magnetic pin cushion. which is really nice. So if I drop a pin on the floor, I can just sort of wave it over the floor. My bobbin ring, so you can see I've got a few different colors going on in here from my past projects. And then this is actually something I've been sewing since I was 7, so I made this when I was about 10. It's a thread catcher, so when I snip threads off of the fabric, I can just put them in here and then empty this into the trash can when I feel like it. I have a water bottle because, again, self-care is important. And then my machine is a Bernina Artista 180, so it is computerized. It's got all these buttons and dials on here. And yeah, I love my sewing machine. So that was just a quick look at what I use on a daily basis in my sewing room. Let me know in the comments if there's anything that you would like to see more in-depth information on or an example of how I use it. And if there's any projects or anything you would like to see me try, just let me know down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!